Welcome back to Behind the Blade. We start the week off, it's actually Sunday. I'm not at work, but I am kind of at a work related thing. So we're currently on the Hereford/Wales border, and one of my pals has a house out here and we've just stripped the garden back. I forgot to get any before videos, however, this is the progress that we've made with the flail and the strimmer. So all of this was literally well above knee height, all ferns and stripped back, and we've managed to bring it kind of back to this, but look at them views. Bit of a random one to start off this week's video, however, just thought I'd drop it in so you can see that even on a Sunday I'm doing work related stuff. See you tomorrow. So we're on the first site for a Monday morning. We're getting that Trimax dropped and we start off with all the border work as per usual. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you already know the score, and then we can start getting those stripes down on the main body of the field. Started to smash this fairly quickly, and we're having to cut this field weekly at the minute just to keep the grass down, but we are looking at other options to make this more efficient. Now Ash is currently on his own doing the best he can because Josh couldn't get in this morning because he's got a flat battery on his car. So yeah, we're just trying to do the best we can with just me and Ash, and hopefully Josh will arrive shortly. So you can kind of see the length between weekly cuts here, which is absolutely astronomical, and as I'm doing that, Ash is on the right doing all the tougher areas, battling with goal posts and getting the right in between them before getting the strimmer out. Right, I am all done mowing the field in the tractor. I'm just setting up the row box. We've got a rugby and a couple of extra footballs to put in, and then I'm going to jump on the trike and do the overmarking. Ash is still busy in the school getting all the other bits sorted. So as Ash is finishing up all of the strimming and hedge work, Josh has arrived by now, but I jump on the trike to get all of the line marking sorted. Whilst I'm doing this, Ash is starting to move the rugby posts so we can get them installed. We've got a lot to do. Right, I'm over at our next site. Didn't film much on the last site. It all got a little bit hectic. We had some extra line marking jumped upon us, and also we had to get all the rugby posts sorted. And it just seemed to take a little longer than it normally does. I don't know if that was because it was just me and Ash for the first 2 or 3 hours. But yeah, we're at the next site. Let's get on with it. So this is one of our larger sites. We're starting off with the border, and it's around 6.5 hectares of grass cutting to do here today, and that's just in the tractor. That's not including all of the right work. Once I've done the borders, we can get on with the stripes, and they are looking magnificent today. This is one of the sites that the grass hasn't grown that much, so we can crack on getting it ship shape. With Ash doing all of the smaller areas on the hustler and the opposite sides of the paths, which means that I can just keep cracking on with those stripes using the Trimax Pegasus with the CHC auto steer system. Now there's an academy pitch that separates these two areas. We don't look after the academy pitch, that's done by the groundsman, but we are doing all of the areas around it, and you can just about see here that all of our stripes are lining up the whole way through this site, which looks phenomenal. Once the grass is cut, I jump on the line mark, and we've got a couple of pitches to mark out, and then I can just go around and check the site on the trike to check all of the little details to make sure they're done. We have got a couple of pitches we need to put in with the robot today, so we get them in and then we are ready for tomorrow. We'll see you then, I guess. That's if the turf tank works this time. Wednesday morning and I still need a haircut. We are on site, we've got the tractor here, lads are just getting all the kit ready. We're at one of our school sites, so got a lot of strimming, hedge work, obviously the grass cutting to get in order. Bloody hell, definitely need a haircut and a shave. Just been so busy. Has anyone else had that issue where you've just been so busy to do the smaller things to look after yourself? But anyway, we're going to fire up the GPS, fire up the tractor and get on with it.
So with the lads on site getting all of the kit ready for the smaller details around the site, all the hedge cutting, the weed control and the smaller areas of mowing, I can get cracking on with the tractor work. This isn't too much of a large field, it's around 3.5 hectares, which isn't too bad. Just starting off with all the fiddly bits in the tractors to get them done so that I can then do the main body of the field. It's quite a nice one to enjoy, there's not much turning and it's all fairly straight lines. So we can just crack on with this, and at the end I run round with the tractor 2 whips of the outside just to get rid of any teardrops from when we've turned with the mower.
Right, I'm all done with the field. I'm gonna quickly run around with a weed killer and do all the weed control. Just gives me a chance to actually walk around the site and have a little look as well. So yeah, crack on with that. The lads are just finishing the mowing and the strimming, a little bit of hedge work to do, and we're out of it. Change of plan, Ash is ahead, so he's going to do the weed killing and I'm going to head to the next site. Right, I'm at the next site, just waiting for the GPS to load up. This is the smallest section of this site, and basically the path defines it. There's a park in the middle, and then it goes to that bit over there that you always see us do. And behind those tree lines, that's where the third bit is. I thought I'd just explain it for the regular viewers of the channel. But yeah, we're going to crack on with a smaller area first, get that done, and then hopefully by the time the lads get here, they'll be ready to whip round the outside, do all the strimming. There's some smaller bits like that they also do.
So the main priority for me at this site is to try and get as much done as I can before the lads turn up. That just means that when we get everyone on site, they've got work to do. So I'm cracking on with the larger part of this site just to get all the pitches done, so when they turn up, one person can mow and the other one can potentially line mark. With this side done, I'm just again going around 3 to 4 whips with the mower to get rid of any teardrops and just to neaten up the borders and make that look nice and pretty. With the Massey looking hot there, I catch up with the lads when they turn up, and we've just got 2 small pitches to get mowed before I move to the other side. Ash is there battling with the right to do all of the smaller areas that the tractor can't keep, and then I can move over to the other side to get this sorted. And in record time we managed to cut the grass on this side, which enabled us to move on to all the other things such as line marking.
And we are all done mowing. Josh is just blowing the lines ready for Ash to line mark. After this one, we've not loaded this day up too much, so after this one we've just got a residential mow. I'm maybe sending the lads off to do that themselves, so I can then take the tractor to tomorrow morning's first job to save a bit of time tomorrow morning. But yeah, let's see what happens. It is Wednesday morning, we're on site. I've just fired the tractor up, we're loading the GPS and we're ready to cut some grass.
So it's been a long time coming. Welcome back to the drone extravaganza. Got Ash, pilot of the helm, watching me in the Massey Ferguson, starting off with all the borders. I'm leaving quite a large gap here because there's quite a lot of drains on this site, but then at the bottom edge of the site I can get really close and hang the Trimax over the path. Doing all the border work makes my life a lot easier when we're doing the straight AB lines, because it means when I turn around I've not got to worry about scalping grass or leaving massive teardrops. So the reason why I'm doing the border work first is just to neaten the edges up, so when I do turn around I'm not leaving vast amount of grass. And then I also do it at the end as well, just to tidy up all the borders and make sure that the stripes have got a nice border to it. With the borders done, we can now start with the first stripe of the day, and I've loaded the GPS up to make sure that we're cutting in the opposite direction to we did last time. So every stripe is now going in the opposite direction to try and help the root of the plant and also allow us to get the height down a little bit better this time. But this is only our second visit to this site, so we're still trying to get on top of the old contractor's work, but I must say it is starting to get there and look really, really good. You might be wondering why I'm missing stripes, and that's just to stop the turning circle. Sometimes if it's a tight space, I'll skip a stripe and come back to it, but it is now starting to take shape and we can start showing off the stripes from an aerial view. With Ash's job done on the drone, I can now crack on getting the rest of the grass finished whilst he cracks on with all the strimming. And look at that slow motion cinematic strimming, the best in the industry of videography, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, once the grass is done, I can jump straight onto the line marker and we can get the kit packs up and think about moving to the next site. So with us on the way to the next site, once we get there I jump straight into the tractor and get this sorted. This site's not that large, it's literally just 2 football pitches and the surrounding areas, which is in Ash's capable hands on the right and the hustler. Once that's done, I get all the line marking done and same old sketch, move on to the next one. Now this site is quite a unusual one for us, as it's cricket, would you believe it? Really nice site to mow in the Massey Ferguson. We're going to stick the auto steer system onto circle mode and get this sorted. And as you can see here, I'm working the tractor. We're just doing the outfield at the minute. What we normally do is prepare the cricket squares on a Friday, ready for the cricket to take place on a Saturday. So whilst I'm in the tractor, you can see Ash buzzing around there on the hustler and the right, doing all of the areas outside of the outfield that are inaccessible to the tractor. Quite a cool shot, but you can't see any stripes from this angle, so why don't we change that angle up so we can see some of those stripes that are being put down by the Pegasus. And there we go, you can kind of see the stripes from this angle, with both of us working hard to get this site finished. This doesn't take us long at all. It's around 30 minutes for us to complete this site, which isn't too bad at all. With Ash buzzing around on the hustler, you can see it doing all of the bank work and all of the areas that the tractor can't get to. We can work as a team to get this sorted as soon as possible.
There we have it, we are all done at this site and it is looking fantastic. A little bit of drone footage there for you. Let us know if you want more drone footage in the future. We're now gonna just pack everything up and head to the final large site of the day, and then we've got a small residential at the end of the day as well. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the tractor yet, whether I'm going to take it back to the unit or leave it in this location, just in case we get extra cut requests. But yeah, still yet to make that decision. We'll see what happens.
So still wondering what I'm going to do with the tractor. We arrive at the last site of the day, which is around 3 hectares, and again starting off with the border work and then straight onto the field. Once this is done, Ash can get the line marking done and I decide to jump into the tractor and get it safe back to the unit.
It's Friday morning. We did not film a lot yesterday, we just got on with it. It was only me and Ash. We did have an interview with a prospective new member of the team, which went quite well, so he'll be on trial next week. And we're now in Milton Keynes just plotting some football pitches with the turf tank. The turf tank's playing up yet again. Luckily we've only got 1 pitch. Bit of a weird day, got to do some cricket prep, some overmarking, ready for the weekend. And I am working tomorrow as well, so let's see what happens.
So we've got 2 wickets to prepare and we've just got Ash here on the cylinder mower. This isn't a commercial machine. We've not invested in the commercial machine as it is so close to the season end for cricket. This is the last time we'll be preparing wickets. With them done, the cricketers out there are going to be howling at us for the width of those lines. But we did clear it, and we've not made a jig up yet. So we're sticking one of these downs. We get our wicket holes in the ground, or stump holes. We need to get a gauge for that. And yeah, we've got 4 of them to complete once that's done.
It is Saturday morning and I'm on the way to a school The school rents out football pitches to local football clubs on a Saturday morning, and I had a message in the week to say that the grass is still growing fairly rapidly, and rather than leaving it to the next visit, we want to keep on top of it. So I'm just on the way to cut the grass there. This morning Ash is going to be doing some hedge work at an NHS facility whilst I'm cutting the grass here, and then probably topping up the line marking. But yeah, we'll get there, get the mower off and get cracking.
So I get cracking with mowing the pitches on the Hustler, and you can see it's very, very eerie out here this morning. Once I've done all the cutting, I've got pitches to mark and get out of here before the kids turn up for football. Looks like we're generating a bit of mess, but it's not as much as it looks like on the screen. Just managed to finish in time.
So that is a wrap for this week. Thank you so much for watching Behind the Blade this week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.